finally come to realize just how abominable these humans are. It's time to make all final preparations for our ritual. Hidden inside that space colony ark is the most powerful weapon, able to pierce stars. The Eclipse Cannon.
Piercing the stars.
That's right. The 7 Chaos Emeralds are needed to demonstrate its full power, or tomorrow's prosperity ritual will all be for nothing.
Prosperity ritual? Tomorrow?
Go! What fools. Humans created the Eclipse Cannon to protect themselves from terror. Instead, it will be used to destroy mankind.
Aloha everybody, welcome to part 16, and now we're at the Ark, aka the Star Fox level.
Shadow, the promised time is near. Our forces are massing to take the Ark, destroy the defense systems so our attack force can get through.
I've got to get to the Ark.
Destroy the defense systems.
Well, I say the Star Fox level, but really a lot of people have drawn comparisons to another Sega franchise, the Panzer Dragoon series, where basically it was kind of an on-the-rails flying shooting game, kind of like Star Fox. But this entire level, the Ark, is always on the bats. I mean, you can actually drop off on those platforms, and that's where all the checkpoints are. But for the most part, the only way to get from point A to point B is to ride on these bat creatures. So this is how the whole level takes place. There's a dark mission and a normal mission. Normal mission is get to the goal ring. The dark mission is to destroy all 4 of the generators so that Black Doom can take over the Space Colony Ark. And, you know, in the last level we just looked at Space Gadget. Black Doom had pretty much the exact same objective, and this is sort of like an opposite version of that, kind of. I kind of like that. It's like, if we came with Sonic on the rocket to the space colony, then we race Sonic and Black Doom like goes, "Hey Shadow, you wanna help me?" My impression of Black Doom gets worse and worse, but my throat keeps getting sore, so whatever. But in this version, we came to the space colony with Black Doom, because this is like on the pure dark pathway. In order to play this level, you pretty much had to be quite the asshole Shadow. So, and you'll definitely feel like an asshole by the end of this level. The final cutscene is pretty interesting. But yeah, for the most part, if you want the A rank, you have to be kind of fast in this thing, and you don't want to ever get off the bat creature. Again, you only want to get off to land on the platforms down there, so that you can hit checkpoints, just in case you die. Because if you die and you didn't hit a checkpoint, well then obviously you start all the way back from the beginning of the level. The Dark Mission, you might want to focus on only the gun soldiers. There are a few Black Doom bat creatures flying around, but if you just shoot the gun beetles, you'll be fine. And yeah, it's just a space shooter level. There's really nothing too crazy about it. The green generator things you have to destroy, you might accidentally pass them if you're moving too fast, so you really have to make sure you're locking onto those things and that every shot counts. If you do miss out and pass it accidentally, you can't turn around. You'll have to find one of the checkpoints and use it to transport all the way back to a previous checkpoint. And if you haven't been hitting checkpoints, well then you're probably going to have to go through the whole entire level just to reach that one generator you missed. So, fun. Again, there are 4. You don't want to hold the A button to go fast when you're coming up to them. You want to take them out, and that's the Dark Mission. Pretty easy, pretty simple, bingo, bango. Yeah, the Ark is defenseless.
The Eclipse Cannon is nearby. Say your prayers, you disgusting humans.
Oh, Shadow's pure dark side right now. What a douche. But yeah, now I'm just gonna do the normal mission because, you know, there's only 2 missions. And again, normal mission is not the same as a hero mission. I can take out gun beetles in the normal mission. I'm also encouraged to take out the black arm bat creatures because when you're doing the normal mission, you know, score is score. It doesn't matter what side you're attacking. Shadow's all neutral in these missions. So one thing I haven't mentioned, well, I kind of mentioned before in a previous LP, if you remember my Sonic the Hedgehog 2 LP, I mentioned that Tails was playable with the second controller, and that that trait carried on with the rest of the series. And I even mentioned that in Shadow the Hedgehog even, when you had a side character, you could control that character with the second controller. And that's pretty much the case for every character except for Black Doom, Dr. Eggman, and I think Charmy, but maybe you can control Charmy. I just know for sure Black Doom and Eggman you cannot control. But the other characters you can. You can be like Sonic and actually use a homing attack. I remember one time I let my friend play Shadow the Hedgehog. He got to one of the final boss fights where Sonic is actually a partner. And I actually used Sonic to homing attack the boss for him, and I actually beat the boss for him because he didn't know what the hell he was doing, which I thought was pretty funny. But Sonic has a homing attack. The other characters, you generally just jump into enemies with them, like when you're Knuckles or Amy or Tails or whoever. So yeah, you can control them with the second controller. There is a 2-player mode to Shadow the Hedgehog, a very shit 2-player mode, and I will be showing that off with my friend BJ at the end of the LP. It's actually been recorded for a while. I've had that recorded since Sonic Adventure 2. Like, when I recorded the Sonic Adventure 2 multiplayer, then me and BJ did the Shadow the Hedgehog multiplayer, so, yeah, we'll show that off later. But, again, the Ark, it's a space shooter level. Just, make sure you're not running into too much debris. Obviously, if the bat creature dies, you will fall to the bottomless pit below, and, you will die. So you don't want that, because no one wants to burn up. I like this level because, again, I actually like how the bat handles. I don't think it's awkward to fly around on this thing. I like how it has lock-on missiles and shit. I love Star Fox 64. Star Fox 64 is one of my most favorite games ever. Probably in my top 5 favorite games ever. It's right up there with Sonic the Hedgehog 2 and Final Fantasy 7 and shit, man. I love Star Fox 64. That I'll have to LP one day, definitely.
The Ark, yes. This is where it all began.
But there's more to this because we do have a boss fight.
Ark to headquarters! Ark to headquarters! Come in! Come in! Shadow's penetrated the Ark. He's headed toward the control room of the Eclipse Cannon.
Come in, Eclipse Cannon. He must be stopped at all costs. Take him out. That's an order.
10-4. Copy that. This is Ark Defense Unit Blue Falcon. I'm engaging the Hedgehog.
Shadow, let your lust for revenge give you the power you need.
So this boss is pretty much exactly the same as the Flying Dog, only it's a little bit vertical, and it's called the Blue Falcon. For those unfamiliar with F-Zero, the Blue Falcon is the racer that Captain Falcon drives. Oh my god, are we fighting Captain Falcon?
Yes!
Oh my god, Captain Falcon, you're in the pilot seat?
Yes!
Well, what do you want me to do?
Show me your moves.
You want me to show me my moves?
Yes!
Alright. I mean, obviously, if I was actually fighting Captain Falcon, this fight would be unwinnable, since he is the Chuck Norris of video gaming. But, again, if you remember anything from Flying Dog in the Doom, when you destroy the rocket things after homing attacking him, you can use that homing missile thing to lock onto his shit and blow him out of the sky. Again, the only difference is, like, the location and of where you're fighting him. It's pretty much Flying Dog, only this time it's Blue Falcon. And as I mentioned before, Black Bull, Blue Falcon, F-Zero racers. We're fighting Captain Falcon!
Yes!
I mean, Captain Falcon is the master of the
Falcon Punch!
HQ! Do you read? HQ! Ah!
Whoa!
The planet-piercing Eclipse Cannon. There's no escape for you now.
Alright, this cutscene is pretty interesting.
We are the Black Arms. We are here to take rule of this planet. Any attempts to resist are futile and will result in death. You humans are so pathetic.
Damn you.
As of today, this planet is mine.
You're crazy. We will not.
Now, we will begin to exterminate all of the world's leaders who resist.
What?
Annihilation for this planet is near. It is time to embrace the dawn of your demise and despair.
Holy fuck. We just pulled an Independence Day and blew the fuck out of the White House with a laser, and it destroyed the entire central city. Jesus Christ. And in case you're wondering, no casualties in that blast, because the president gets away, as you'll see in one of the future Stage 6 missions. In fact, it's the same Stage 6 mission where I said that if you did the dark mission of Air Fleet, the president wouldn't die, and he'd be okay. It goes to that level, too. And they explain it in that level that everyone was evacuated before the laser hit. So were they anticipating the space colony to blow the fuck out of the city? I mean, I thought there was a battle going on. I don't know. It's stupid. I would be hard-pressed to believe that the Japanese version of this game didn't mention that. I would imagine the Japanese version of that game was like, oh yeah, all the people died, Mr. President. Sorry. Fucking Christ. Well, you went in pure dark shadow. That's pretty evil. Anywho, folks, we're now coming up to one of the worst levels in the game, right up there with the Doom, and it's the last of the Stage 5s, so see you then.